Cathie Wood can no longer ignore the record discount to assets imposed by the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. According to data from Bloomberg, ARK Investment Management purchased more than 315,000 shares of the troubled cryptocurrency fund on Monday for the ARK Next Generation Internet Exchange Traded Fund, ticker ARKW, for approximately $2.80 million. ARK Invest Daily Trades, a website that keeps track of the company's portfolio movements, reports that this is the company's first purchase of the Grayscale product, ticker GBTC. Since July 2021, the trust, which is only invested in Bitcoin and is meant to track its price, has been near an unheard-of discount to the value of its underlying cryptocurrency. This coincides with Wood's purchases. The dislocation is caused by the structure of the fund, which prevents redemptions and prevents the destruction of shares to keep up with changing demand. This dynamic has widened the gap between GBTC and Bitcoin significantly over the past week, as the shock Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing of crypto exchange FTX has pushed Bitcoin lower. The dislocation could also be viewed as an opportunity, even though long-term holders of the $10 billion Bitcoin fund have been punished by the discount. The trust has increased nearly 1,200% since the beginning of 2016 in comparison to Bitcoin's meteoric rise of 3,700%, according to Bloomberg Intelligence. Purchasing GBTC at a 40% discount to its net asset value is comparable to purchasing Bitcoin near $11,000, as opposed to its current price of $16,400. A filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission revealed that star stock picker Cathie Wood's ARK Invest has given its brand name to a new Bitcoin futures ETF that will invest in cryptocurrency futures contracts and trade on the BZX exchange. The fund manager's attempt to profit from this year's surge in cryptocurrency is represented by the proposed exchange-traded fund, ETF, known as ARK21 Shares Bitcoin Futures Strategy and bearing the ticker symbol ARKA. Her investment firm holds approximately $1.55 billion worth of shares in cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, Coin.to, that are distributed across 3 funds. And Wood's flagship innovation ETF, ARKK.P, was the top-performing U.S. equity fund the previous year. Bitcoin reached $58,550 on Thursday, its highest level since May 2021. The cryptocurrency's rally began in October when U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell stated that the central bank had no intention of banning cryptocurrencies. The rally continued after Powell's statement. During her appearance on a panel on Thursday, Cathie Wood, the wildly successful money manager who is best known for placing a significant bet on Tesla, discussed her support for Bitcoin, the reasons behind the sale of nearly all of the Chinese stocks that her ARK Invest company had previously owned, and the stocks that her company is currently purchasing. Here's what Wood told the panel at Pre-Money, a conference hosted by 500 Global in Miami Beach, Florida, which was moderated by angel investor and entrepreneur Jason Calacanis. Wood was one of the America's richest self-made women, and her estimated net worth is $400 million. Bitcoin. In September, Wood predicted that in 5 years, the value of Bitcoin would reach $500,000, despite the fact that some people in the crypto world have lost interest in Bitcoin. She continues to be an ardent advocate for it. She stated, "There is a sense that the Web3 world is evolving toward cryptocurrencies that are cheaper and faster. But they don't realize that the more features and centralization you have, the more Visa-like it is. That is, giving a previous structure a new look. According to Wood, she had heard that Bitcoin is so yesterday. That seems like a big mistake to me. Take a look at what's happening in El Salvador." In response, Calacanis asked, "Do you agree with it, dictator? You don't consider him to be a bad actor?" Wood responded, giving $30 in each Chivo account, the digital wallets created for every El Salvador citizen. Only 1.2 million people had bank accounts prior to Chivo. 3 million of El Salvador's 4 million eligible individuals now have access to banking services. Calacanis responded, "A majority of technology only lasts a few years. Why would a cryptocurrency last longer than that?" Wood responded, "The blockchain technology currently available is the most secure. Robert Mundell, an economist who was awarded the Nobel Prize, would have dreamed up what is happening right now to establish a global monetary system that no one can control. Wood made sense of that. She concentrated on undersupply, side Master Arthur Laffer, a financial expert well known for the Laffer Bende, who was impacted by Mundell. She went on to say, "Consider Turkey. Since February, the Turkish people have lost half of their purchasing power. Wouldn't having a little Bitcoin be nice?" China. The discussion turned to China and the government's actions this year regarding digital assets, including the ban on cryptocurrency exchanges and the prohibition on cryptocurrency mining. According to Wood, her company had shares of Alibaba, the Chinese e-commerce giant, but had sold them along with other Chinese stocks. Because of their erratic nature, we own very few Chinese stocks. They are dealing with the same issues that the majority of governments are: the gap between the wealthy and the poor. Wood added that real estate values are beginning to decline and that 75% of consumer savings in China are held in real estate. Her evaluation that in order to close the wealth gap, the Chinese government is willing to take the chance that real estate values will fall.